Welcome to another episode of rSlash ProRevenge, where we see people getting exactly what they deserve. I accidentally get my boss divorced. Some years back, I ended up working for this guy I call Dick. It's just a side job for extra money, not my career or anything. Dick had a small business. It's boring. I wouldn't get into any of that. Before me, he had one other employee, so I made two. Just two employees. That's how small a business it was. The thing was, Dick ran his business poorly. I didn't know the specifics of his financial situation, but based on where he lived, the car he drove, etc., he was doing pretty well. Maybe it was inheritance or whatever, I didn't know. But the situation clearly wasn't due to his business, which again, he ran like very poorly. In fact, he ran the business like such utter trash that after about 6 months after I started doing work for him, the business wasn't making money anymore. So instead of regular payments like usual, the other employee and I had to start asking where our money was before it showed up. Then the payments started getting more and more behind. Eventually he owed around $500. Then one day the other employee tells me, "I'm done. He owes me like $5,000 and I'm not going to keep working for nothing." Because I had no idea he owed that much. The trouble with paying clearly went back further than I knew. So Dick ended up coming to me and said, "Look, I owe the other guy money and I need to pay him. Do you mind if I get him all paid up, which means I'm going to have to hold on your pay for a month or two. But once he's paid up, I swear I'll make it up all for you." Because I'm an idiot and because I felt bad about the first employee who was a good dude, I said fine, go ahead. So I didn't get paid for a while, which upped my total owed to about $1,500. Then eventually I heard from the other employee and he told me Dick finally paid him everything he was owed. Great, I thought. Now's my turn. Lol. Dick told me he was going to close his business, which didn't shock me at all. Surely, it had been losing money for quite a while. I go, "Okay, so where's my money?" And I told him exactly how much he owed me. I got back, well, the thing is, I can't pay you back now. This went on for a year. I looked into what my steps were legally, but I would have to file something in a small claims court, and it's only $1,500. And having to get a lawyer will probably eat up most of it. So I just kept bugging Dick about the money. I was like, "Hey, pay me $25 a month, I don't care." But he wouldn't even do that. He told me about how he's going to go through all the stuff to dissolve the business and everything, and he'll pay me back as soon as he can. And overall, he's just avoiding taking any responsibility. At one point, he said something about how people are currently suing him, and he'd get me in contact with his lawyers if I wanted, so my debt could be added in or something. I said, "Fine, give me their name and numbers." He never did. Eventually, I realized I was going to get nothing out of this, and it was going to be out of the money I was owed. But while I was working for him, I had emailed back and forth with his wife maybe a dozen times. To this day, I had never met his wife, never even spoken to her, just communicated through email and text. But she seemed really nice, and she told me something like, "Dick won't tell you this, but he doesn't really know what he's doing with the business, and I know you've been a big help." So I just got the idea that, you know what, this next email I send to Dick about trying to get his money, I'm going to include his wife on it, so she knows how much he sucks. I heard back from her almost right away, and she was like, "I'm so sorry about this, please keep me posted on what happens." Then suddenly, magically, Dick started talking about working out a payment schedule. He started sending me $100 a month, and the debt got down to $1,000. I figured out his wife must have gotten onto him about this, and I laughed to myself about how whipped Dick was. But then, the money stopped coming again. The excuses started coming again. One day he told me that he was just going through a hard financial time now, which I knew was all fake. He still had a nice car, the nice house, etc. But it's not like I had the printout of his bank records I could call him out on. On that exact day, he told me that though I was watching the local pros team's baseball game later that night, and who did I see but Dick, in great seats no less, second row right in front, just off to the right. Every time they zoomed in on a right-hand batter, you could clearly see him. And this was in September in the midst of a playoff race, so those tickets were not cheap. It's no Perry Mason moment, but the thought of replying to his "I am having financial trouble" email with a picture of him in those seats and me being like, yeah, I can see that gave me a raging justice moment. So I was looking for a good image of him to use, but every time I paused the video, his face got somewhat out of focus. It was clearly him if you watch the video, but I needed a still image that was also clearly him. Then in the 7th inning, a foul ball got caught about 2 rows behind him, and they zoomed in on the area of the crowd. And there was Dick clearly as day, sitting with his wife. I'm thinking, aha, I got you now, idiot. The next morning, I replied to his prior message by sending that screen capture to him. I figured, even if I didn't get my money, at least I had one sweet moment of satisfaction of busting him there. Then, almost at the last second, I decided to send to his wife too, just so she knew what was going on and how the money had stopped again. And remembering how quickly Dick's tune had changed the first time, I included her. I even thought that maybe her being in the picture would make her light an even hotter fire under him this time. So I sent it out, but I didn't hear anything back from either of them. 2-3 days went by and nothing. Then I heard from one employee I worked for with. He goes, "You heard about Dick?" I said, "No." "What?" "His wife kicked him out and filed for divorce." I'm like, "No way." "Yeah, apparently she caught him cheating on her." I thought, I wonder how. You know what would be crazy? What if that wasn't her in the picture, and I sent her that picture, and no way. He was probably talking about divorce when he mentioned about financial trouble. That would make sense. The divorce was already in the works before the picture. Yeah, there's literally no chance whatsoever that I inadvertently told his wife he was cheating on her. Lol. I mean, come on, right? No, that was literally what happened. The woman at the game with him, not his wife. Apparently his wife knew the woman though, and knew that Dick had lied about where he was going that night and who he was with. And a storm of epic proportions quickly followed. I ended up emailing her not long after and being like, hello, I've been hearing some things and I can't help thinking that the picture I sent might have been a part of this. And she said, she's been meaning to contact me. She thanked me. She'd want out of the marriage anyways. And she said she needed me as a witness. I didn't know what it was for. Are divorce like trials? But anyways, she paid me the $1,000 he owed me, plus another $500 on top. I don't know if she thought he still owed me $1,500 or if she purposely gave me extra. And I didn't have to be a witness for anything, which was good. Also, Dick's nice car and nice house and all, his wife was the one with the money, meaning that he no longer has it. Then got divorced and he moved away and had no idea what became of him. Honestly, considering everything that happened, I kind of feel bad for him. But then I remembered there is no reason he couldn't have just paid me. Seriously, why not just pay? He had the money. I just chalked it up to Dick having a lot of negative karma coming his way, and I played a part in it, catching up with him.